Hey everyone, it's Leigh from the Green Room, and Heath Hodgetts is here as well today.
G'day.
That would be him on the microphone. It's the voice you will hear, sultry tones of Heath Hodgetts. I am also joined by the fabulous Just Flair, which are just the two people in Just Flair.
Yep.
Yeah, officially.
So officially, it is just Hannah and Zach. Of Just Flair, and you have some other members as well that will come in and play certain gigs as well. Is that right? So you've got a drummer.
Yep. My brother.
Your
Josh.
brother. Yep, Josh. And a bass player. You've got a steady bass player, or have you just got?
Sort of. We've got a friend that plays bass, Lucas Ferguson from the Ferguson Brothers. He has filled in from time to time, but he's obviously got his own projects.
As well.
Yep.
So bass player spots for hire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any bass players out there that think they're good enough, get in touch.
Yeah.
We'll leave some links.
We'll see.
Yeah.
See how good you are.
What's been going on in your world over the last, say, 12 months? Because obviously the COVID situations have happened, and that's kind of stopped us from doing a lot of what we want to do and what we can do. So what's been happening? What have you been up to during the COVID period?
Yeah, just a lot of writing, recording, waiting as well.
Yep.
Just like waiting for gigs to come back, and a lot of taking stock of things and reassessing just how we do things. A lot of gear fixing. We had a lot of maintenance to do that we just didn't have time for. So
Mine got worse.
yeah,
I just let it all go. But all the gear got worse. I put it out. I was like, does this even work anymore? But have you played any gigs recently?
No.
we had we played at Spring Bay Mill a couple of months ago. Was that last year?
I can't even remember.
It was like October or November, so last year. That was the last time, and we've done a few little things as well. We played at a couple of schools as they were coming back in after COVID, as sort of a, relax the students and bring a nice atmosphere. Yeah, we played at Indulge for Festivali.
That was the last proper one,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that was the last time.
It was cool. I got to watch that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
And I thought that, it was obviously very, very strange to sort of be so far away from the audience.
Yeah.
But you can obviously see why that sort of had to go that way in order to go ahead. But it is going to be good, hopefully, to start seeing a few festivals and things. Obviously, the Basinish concert sort of went quite well.
Yep.
All considering, and I think there was another one as well where everyone got up and danced.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The casino.
Yeah, nearly ruined it for everyone. But things will start to sort of slowly come back to normal. And
Yeah.
I know a few of the venues are still hitting capacity numbers. They still have a cap.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes it a bit tough. Yeah. Because it's hard if we did our gig recently. I think we can only have 80 people.
Oh, really?
So I have heard there is a rumour on the street that the theatres are changing.
Oh, really?
Did you hear about that, Heath?
Robbo told me last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the theatre numbers are going back up to full capacity.
Oh, really?
Oh, good.
So what we're hoping is that they follow suit and let that happen with venues as well, because venues are still capped at the moment, which is a bit of a pain.
Good evening, humans. It is Robbo, back with the fortnightly news. First up, from the south, Divinium have released a debut album titled Feel It Inside, soon to be on streaming services. You can download the album from their website. 8-piece funk soul outfit, The DK Effect, have released a new video for their funky new track, Pills and Wine. A video from a freestyle battle has been doing the rounds this week. See Rossi and Chuckles had it out in an impressive display of quick thinkeriness. Kim Churchill is coming to the Bridge Hotel on May 14th, joined by Harrison Storm as support. Kyle Taylor will be at the Royal Oak tomorrow night for his The Forever Tour. He'll be supported by Mark Gardner. Phil Jameson has announced a Tasmanian tour. May 27th, the Royal Oak. May 28th, the Rock Pub Diner. And May 29th, the Hobart Uni Bar. Now it's time to introduce our new weatherman, Australia's most infamous runner-up, and our good friend, Nollsey. How's the weather doing out there, Nollsey?
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit chilly down Tassie, eh? Make sure you rug up, head on down to Woolies, and grab yourself a bachelor's handbag. You beauty.
Obviously, you've been doing a lot of writing.
Yeah.
Yep. Throughout that period, and recording. I'm assuming. Are you like recording to release some stuff soon? Is that the plan or?
Yep.
Well, we just finished all our recording. Yeah, we did all that in the lockdown, so that was handy. And we wrote all the songs in the lockdown. Yeah, so that was a good time to, I don't know, stop and reevaluate our sound. We've kind of like not gone down a completely different path, but like we had to think about, do we want to keep on doing the same sound over and over, or do we want to
start moving away from it?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Just try and explore a bit more.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty pleased with what we've written. So
So obviously you've been, you've finished your writing and you're recording. Where's that taking place? Like whereabouts? So you're doing it like at home, or are you doing it in the studio, or
Lots of places, yeah.
Yep. So
bit of mixture?
Yeah, because Hannah's parents owned a church, so we used to record in there, which was like a bigger space, which was handy. So we did some drums, amps, vocals, I think, and then for like stuff where I wanted to spend like hours on like fiddly guitar parts, I just do it in my room, which is handy because it's just right there. I can leave it set up for a few days.
And so you got some releases coming out. Is that the aim?
Yep. We're just organising a lot of that at the moment.
So you don't want to talk too much about it.
Not too much. We do have a single.
Well, in case of something breaks.
Well, yeah. Like, really.
Doesn't work.
We haven't sent it off just yet, so things could
knows?
happen. Hopefully not. But we're planning for a single to be released on the 7th of May, which is pretty soon.
Yep.
So all going smoothly, that's our plan. And then after that, we'll have another single a couple of weeks after.
Yep.
And then the EP following.
Awesome. So what's your single called?
It's called Rise and Fall.
Rise and Fall.
Yep.
And you were saying to me off camera before that you were working with someone for the artwork.
Yeah.
Is that true?
So we did a whole photo shoot. We did actually a couple of photo shoots and some other exciting things with a local photographer.
Yep.
Who's a friend of ours called Nick Hansen.
Yep.
I think his business is Nick H Visuals, and he helped us to do the artwork for the cover.
Yep.
And the whole concept behind it was like months in the process. So I had the initial idea of what I wanted to do, and I talked with a whole bunch of people about it, and, was like, oh, this is the idea. I'm not sure how to make it happen or how to, actually make it work. And so we talked with a few people, and Nick, in the end, gave us some good ideas, and he was happy to come on board and help out. So in the end, we went and shot it and stuffed it up the first time, got it the second time round. Hopefully it comes together nicely. I don't know.
I'll look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it should be good.
Okay, so I'm going to get out of the way and let these guys set up so they can play a song. I believe they're actually going to be playing the single that they're going to release.
Yeah, so we're going to play an acoustic version of the new single Rise and Fall. There's a few more instruments in the actual track, but this is just a little bit of a teaser acoustically.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now watch it fade into yellow. See me, see me. Open your eyes, rise and fall again. You're tired hearted, you down again. Put it all way too heavy upon your soul. Did it get you down again? Is it all just a little too much for you to hold? Well, I see you trying, and I saw the desperation in your eyes. I see you trying to fight it, but I've got a feeling that you'll make it this time. Why don't you get back up? You're nearly through the midnight. Why don't you get back up? 'Cause you're a fighter engine to win. 'Cause you're a fighter engine to win. Why don't you get back up? You're nearly through the midnight. Ooh, why don't you get back up? 'Cause you're a fighter engine to win. Ooh, why don't you get back up? Why don't you get back up? Why don't you get back up? Why don't you get back up?
That was Rise and Fall, the acoustic version by Just Flare. What do you think, Heath?
Absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, great track, isn't it? And obviously that single's coming out on the 7th of May.
Yep. Yep.
So keep an eye out for that one. We will have links that you can look at. So in the description of the video, there will be a Linktree link that will link you to all Just Flair's stuff. So you can just click on that and check out anything you want from them. Their YouTube, they've got Patreon,
Yep.
Bandcamp, you know, all the stuff that everyone's
Yep.
got. They've got all the stuff, so you can check out their stuff there. We also have obviously our YouTube channel, which is where the show goes after it goes live. We also have a tip jar, which this will come up down here, and the donations that you can make to our PayPal each week will go to, half goes to the artists and half goes to myself and Heath to make the show better and do what we do each fortnight. So yeah, what we do.
Yeah.
If snoring was in English. Sleeping! I'm sleeping! Sleeping! Oh, Barry, would you shut up? Sleeping! I'm sleeping! Sleeping! I'm asleep!
Welcome back, everyone. It's Robbo, your favorite news anchor from your favorite newsroom. Lots of gigs happening around the state right now. Trafalgar Drive, Cuban Hill, and Drenched have a show lined up at the Royal Oak on May the 8th. Absolution Sequence are bringing the metal to the altar May 8th. A Silhouette City, Frogs in Suits, and Bahl are at the Gunner's Arms tonight. Actually, come to think of it, it's on right now. Shannon Noll is playing the Bridge Hotel May 2nd.
Oh, cheers for the plug there, Cheezel. See you Sunday.
Yeah, no problem, Cheezel. Lots of hip-hop is coming out of Hobart right now. Donza released a video this week for his song Got What You're Waiting For. Hobart artist Stray has released a video, Run for Cover, which is the 4th single from his new album, Stupid Intelligence. And that pretty much wraps up news for this fortnight. But first, before we go, it's time for sports. Jordan. Hey. Mom. Mom.
Next song's Damp Cigarettes, and it's an interesting title in itself, so I'm intrigued. What's the story behind Damp Cigarettes?
Yeah, so the story behind that song, one of my cousins who I don't see very often just randomly showed up to my house one day. He was just having a chat with my parents and catching up, and he was just sort of talking about some of the things that he'd been through, and I guess talking about some of the mistakes he'd made, gotten in a bit of trouble and things like that.
Dropped his cigarettes in a puddle of water.
It was really sad.
Worst day ever.
Really sad. No, but it was quite interesting just watching him because he's a really nice guy. Like he's really lovely. He's just, obviously made some not great choices.
Yep.
And suffered the consequences of that. So I was sort of watching him and listening to what he was saying, and what stood out to me was even though he had made these bad choices, he was still the person that I knew him to be, and he still had those really beautiful qualities about him. So when he left, I just sat down and pretty much wrote this song talking about that, and I guess processing through what I was feeling, and basically just to honour him and, say, like, bless you, my son, because you tried your best not to fall into the grave you dug yourself. Like things like that. There's a lot of like metaphors and connotations to things. But yeah, that story was really wrapping up the idea that even though people can fall into pits that they've dug themselves,
Yep.
that doesn't define them, and people still love them, and people can still see your true self and your attributes even through those things.
Yep. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's check that song out right now. And, we'd love to know what you think of the songs too. So if you've got any comments or, thoughts on what you thought of the song, please leave a comment down below. We'd love to know what you think. I'm sure these guys would love to know what you think of their songs and stuff. So, feel free to leave a comment. Anyway, here it is, Damp Cigarettes.
So much and it won't go away. It rings every night and rings every day in your head. You feel broken again as you lay in your bed that smells like sweat and tears and damp cigarettes. Bless you best not to fall into the grave you dug for yourself all those years ago. But bless you, my son, because you tried your best not to fall into the grave you dug for yourself all those years ago. Again, say goodbye to your friends, collect your things and go, but do they know? And the moths, they nibble at the sheets that tangle themselves around your body. They brush their wings against your cheeks. You tried your best not to fall into the grave you dug for yourself all those years ago. But bless you, my son, because you tried your best not to fall into the grave you dug for yourself all those years ago.
So that was Damp Cigarettes by Just Flair, and I hope you liked it. Same again, if you want to leave a comment and let us know what you thought, please do in the comment section below. We'd love to know what you think. Also, obviously, we have a link in the description. If you'd like to see any of the stuff that Just Flair do, it's just follow the link in the description and it will take you to all their stuff.
Yep.
So I believe you guys have a Patreon, yeah?
Yeah.
Your Patreon site.
We do.
What's the go for your Patreon? What's like, obviously, for those of you that don't know what Patreon is, it's like a site where you can like subscribe to a band or an artist or whatever, and sort of tune into different things that they don't get to see anywhere else. Yeah,
pretty
I
much. Yeah, so it's like basically a subscription, so you can pledge to an artist, and that can be really cheap. So I think ours, we've got 2 different levels, but you get the same thing.
Yep.
You get all exclusive, little updates. We've done a studio vlog through our recording process, so there's just me making them so they're nothing, crash hot.
Yep.
But it just gives an insight into the things that we're doing and common questions that pop up sometimes. There's, early access to tickets and things like that when gigs pop up.
Yep.
So for us, we just wanted to make like a bit of a community where people, if they want to support us further than just following us and streaming our music, they have the opportunity to do that.
Yep.
It's really helpful for us as well. I think we've got like a handful of patrons, and that just gives us a little bit of money coming in each month. So we really, really value the support of our patrons.
Yeah.
And so far it's been really good. We chose to do 2 tiers so that if someone, if there's students or if there's people that probably can't afford to commit to, I think it's $7.50 a month is the highest one that we offer. If someone doesn't want to commit to that, they have a lower option. So I think the other one is maybe $4 or $5 a month.
Yeah.
which, about the same price of a coffee. But we didn't want to have the price restrict people. You can pay more if you want to as well.
Yeah.
But it's completely up to what people want to support
So
us with.
just a cool way to kind of support artists that you like. And,
directly.
And obviously, it directly goes to them rather than sort of, going through too many middlemen as such. And obviously you also get access to some content that isn't available outside of that world.
Excuse the interruption. Okay, as you were.
A year ago now, I had the pleasure of seeing a video of you guys. It was actually the first time I'd ever heard you guys at all. And this was actually sort of around the time when sort of COVID all started and all that sort of stuff. So, and the film clip was obviously called for Dragonfly Hunters. This is the name of the song. Made by a local filmmaker called Matt Long, who's he's done quite a few videos for stuff like that I've seen, and it also featured some Tasmanian artists in it as well. So the Brad and Kate Von Rock were both in it, who obviously I know quite well, and also a young girl by the name of Olivia Grace was in that as well, and she's actually a singer as well. She's got a great voice. She was on The Voice not that long ago. Up there with Boy George. I did see that one. So she played a part in it, along with a few other actors as well. So it was a young girl.
Yeah, so Lucy Dale was the young girl. She's, I think, a mini model as well. She's won some awards for modelling. And
Were they
Ezra,
mini prizes?
little mini trophies.
Mini presents.
And Ezra as well, he was in it. And heaps of people were involved.
It was a great production. Like the film clip came out really good, and it had a really nice story to it. Did the, I suppose out of interest, did the song story, was that the same story as the video story, or was a video more of a representation of just a visual? How like sometimes you'll see some videos where someone will take a video and literally make something completely different out of it. But I was wondering whether that was the case with your song, or whether the storyline was actually followed along with your story.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a different story. So we basically just came to Matt and said, we don't really know what we want to do. This is just a song we have, and do you have any ideas? And he went away and listened to the song and really liked it, and came back with the concept. He's like, I don't know if you like this, some people might, I don't know if it's a bit too deep, but we've got this idea of, telling this story of a family that's broken, and then the restoration through that, to have the daughter restoring her relationship with the dad in the end, and the dad, has a problem with alcohol, or there's stuff going on in the background that's all influencing this breakdown in relationship. And we were like, yep, do it.
And it works really, really well. When you listen to the song, it does definitely feel right in accordance with the song. But great song, great production, and we're going to check it out right now, actually. So we've got the video here. Have a listen, have a look, see what you think. I'm sure you'll be impressed. And leave us a comment, tell us what you think.
Your heart was a garden showered by your tears. High walls and a locked door begged you to let me in. Through the tears I watched it crumble. Watch the barricades fall. Find me a compass to navigate your soul, and I'll sail around it, even if it takes me home. A beautiful mess inside the wall.
tulips with me.
You have sort of a lot of ambient sounds going. You're sort of like filling space and creating sort of mood and stuff.
Yep.
And I noticed this. I saw this amp that you've
Yes.
brought here today.
Yep.
It looks very, very much like it's been created by someone other than a factory.
Yeah.
So I gather you made this.
Yes, me and my dad built the insides.
Yep.
I'm not actually sure who built the actual outside. We just had it in my house.
Yep.
I think it was a PA or something, but yeah, gutted it, turned it into like our own take of an AC30.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you build your own amps
Yep.
and so like. Do you do pedals as well, or do you just amps?
We could do pedals, and we have done like one boost pedal, but yeah, mostly just amps.
Yeah. And your guitar, obviously, you built
Yes.
that as well. Didn't
Yeah.
you? So you're
I did.
a bit of a handyman
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
I try.
I just let other people do that because
Yeah.
I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go and have a listen to Back Home now. I'm going to get out of the way again and let them, do their thing. Let us know what you think.
I've been wandering in this valley for a while now. I've been trying to find my way back home. I've been waiting on your call for a while now. That voice from long ago, and I've been trying to find something a little less mundane. Is there a point to building up these walls just to tear them down again? I've been slipping on these rocks in the river. Sun is hot and the tide is high. I've been looking for some temporary comfort to ease this fluttering mind, and I'm just trying to find something a bit less mundane. Is there a point to building up these walls just to tear them down again? 'Cause I've been here waiting. 'Cause I've been here. I've been wandering in this valley for a while now. I've been trying to find my way back home. I've been waiting on your call for a while now. That voice from long ago, and I'm just trying to find something a bit less mundane. Is there a point to building up these walls just to tear them down again? Waiting on your
that was Back Home by Just Flair. Don't forget, guys, we have a tip jar that we run every show, and you can donate to the tip jar. Here's the link right here. And if you could donate, that would be awesome. We always split that donation with the artist that's on the show that week. Okay, so we also have a YouTube channel, and we would love it if you could subscribe to that. The link for that will be somewhere along here as well. I don't know. Heath will figure out where to put it. Don't forget, the show will be back again in a fortnight. Every fortnight we run the show, and you can catch out the next show in a fortnight. We'd like to thank the guys from Just Flair for coming on the show this week.
Thank you very much.
It was absolutely awesome.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Cheers.
And we also, like I said before, have a link up to their stuff as well. If you would like to check out anything that they do, their videos, their Patreon, all that jazz is in that link, and you can go straight there and find it. Anyway, thanks very much. I'm Leigh. That's
Not Leigh.
That's Heath over there. And Just Flair. Anyway. Later!
Oi.